I'm the easiest going guy in the world. I give everyone freedom, and I support their freedom. I don't know whether you're aware of it. I have started a political party called the Individual Rights Party. If you subscribe to masses, what's for the greater good, or garbage like that, you're doomed to failure. You're doomed to racketeering. You're doomed to what's going on in Iraq, where billions of dollars are being put in private pockets.
There is, I've heard from many, corruption in Iraq.
The only thing...
To what degree, I'm not aware, all right? But there is. Any time you have that large amounts of money, you're going to have a percentage of problems that you're aware of and I'm aware of. But percentage-wise, I don't know.
The only thing that will ever work is to support the individual who must take responsibility for his own actions. And if you don't think like that, as with individuals, you know, for years I have been supporting people in my building who are mental cases, or alcoholics. They're also mental cases, or some of them were even drug addicts, and which are also mental cases. Everything I did for them. Nobody can do anything for anybody else. You can't.
Not permitted.
I can't. They have to do it for themselves. Now, all of your programs, you never mentioned excellence. I see our school systems are dumbing down. Whatever happened to excellence? That is what you should be striving for, individually. If you don't support the individual and let the other ones strive to become excellent, and support those to make excellence of what they have to work with. Not everybody's going to be excellent or superior. Like Barack Obama, you know, he graduated first in his law school. The man has been excellent in what he has done in his lifetime. Well, it's great. Not everybody's capable of that.
You were with me, and I think you voted. I won the Community Cable Awards on excellence of community cable. I interviewed 54 people, individuals, not group, for what they were, and from gays to priests to everybody, and I won the Cable Awards for that reason. So I do employ that individualism, but also reality is we're a group of 300 million people in America. Every race, creed, color has to group. So you have to look at that first and then break it down like I did in my programming. And you voted for me.
It is not our duty to support the governments. It's our duty to support ourselves. And if
I'm listening, Marshall, but is there any more questions? Are we on time?
We're running out.
Thank you, Marshall. You're very kind.
In your discussion,
Joe.
Yeah, later.
you recommended increasing the fines on businesses for hiring undocumented. Like, first of all, I think that would be a dishonor to do that. For any individual that supports it, they're a dishonorable individual. Here's why. Whose business is it to see that the people I hire are here lawfully? It's your damn government. It's your federal government. It's your corrupt federal government. It's your politicians. It's all of the bureaucrats in government. Incidentally, do you know what a bureaucrat is?
Yeah.
Let me see how Webster, I think Webster defines a bureaucrat It's a person who's in office on political power, and what else does he say? Bureaucrat, does it certainly say?
They say they begin with unelected person.
Well, a bureaucrat is a public official working in a fixed routine without exercising intelligent judgment. That's Webster's Unabridged Dictionary. And go to Random House Dictionary. Both of them have the same.
I gather that you are a business owner, or was a business owner in Tucson?
No, not here.
But you were, and you would be offended by such a procedure to fine a business?
Yes, I would. Because the government is going beyond its authority. There's no place where these Christ killers have the authority to tell you who you can hire and who you can't hire.
Well,
even for child labor, government doesn't have that authority. And when you get a hold of your Constitution and read it, Article 1, Section 8, paragraphs 1 through 17, it spells out the power of the federal government.
Well, I do differ with you, but I respect your opinion.
Well, if you differ with me, you differ with the Constitution. And if you're not going to follow the Constitution, what in the hell are we in here for?
That's right. I agree.
That's my people. Now the next thing here, you talked about the penal system. We have more people in prisons in America than the combined world has. And why is that? Because your damn crooked, corrupt politicians passed laws making it illegal for you to do the things that your grandparents did, that your parents did, and today, if you sneeze almost out in public, it's room enough for some town clown or some road agent to grab you and throw you in the clink or give you a citation. Now the next one, education. Where in the Constitution is the federal government authorized to spend one nickel on education? Where is it? I remember when they first started federal aid to education, I traveled over the 7 western states talking against it when I was state chairman of the old Constitution Party. And I talked against federal aid to education. I told them what was going to happen, and look at it today. It happened. Federal government tells all the districts what to do and what they can't do. I taught for 30 years, and the biggest problem we had in our schools, they started going downhill with federal aid to education, and as long as the federal government is involved in it, we will never turn out a large enough number of educated people to run this nation collectively.
I'm listening.
So these are just a few of the things that I wrote down to talk about. But I'm a strong believer in education. You hold 4 degrees, so do I. Well, actually I hold 8, but that doesn't make any difference. The thing that gets me is that we have here a group of people who've been coming here right along for a long time, and most of us are here because we believe in the Constitution. Most of the things that you have talked about are not constitutionally supported. And if they're not constitutionally supported, I'm like Ron Paul. You don't have any damn right to do it.
Thank you. Good job.
No child left behind is a perfect example.
Yeah.
With some of your great ideas that you propose, do you think for a minute that the international bankers would allow you to implement any of these things